Hello everyone and welcome back to Vancine Ignited for Christ, where I share about God so that at least one soul may be saved. Wagwan. I appreciate you know. 100%. If you are new here, thank you for coming. Today I'm going to be talking about how to rebound from a setback. So how is it that you're going to have a comeback, right? How you can get yourself in a comeback situation. Before we do that, first I'm asking that you like the video. I'm asking you to subscribe and to share with a friend, because I don't know everybody, so each one reach one, right? And help to build up a little channel and make people know some there and do something, And finally, leave a comment, share. It can be anything at all. It can be that you agree, it can be that, oh, Vancine, say, but I want to see you do something on this, etc. Anything at all, really. I just want to have that interaction and to know that you are in tune and you like what you see. Or if you don't like what you see, you can let me know too. There you go. No, failure is something that I am familiar with, and I'm sure that many of you out there are familiar with failure. Having a plan, things not going as how you planned or not going in accordance to the plan at all. I'm sure we can all share an example or two where things just not work out, just deviate from what you had envisioned. But it doesn't matter what happened in our lives. One thing that you can rest assured is that God permitted it, right? So while everything may not be his divine will, he permitted it. So him have to give him stamp to say, yeah, go ahead with that one there. Go ahead with that one there. If he does not give that stamp, even if it's the devil, no matter what kind of force, it can't go through. So one of the things that I want to remind you before I go any further is that he will never give you more than you can bear, right? And it's cliche, but it's just the truth. Yep. So let's go to the book of God. Proverbs 19 verse 21. It says, many are the plans in a man's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails. Right? So no matter, they say man a plan and God a wipe out. That's how you go. Man a plan, God a wipe out. Psalms 22 verse 28. It says, for dominion belongs to the Lord, and he rules over the nations. So God, I want to in control. He is our mighty fortress, right? He is before all things, and in him all things hold together. And that's Colossians 1:17. And finally, Matthew 6:34. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own, right? And this kind of reminds me of a hymn, my favorite hymn, day by day, and with each passing moment, strength me, Caroline, I go find, me, Vancine, I go find, to meet my trials there, right? Now, here's my tip. Check your self-talk. So when things not going how it's supposed to go, when things mash up, check your self-talk. And if you've not seen my video about thoughts, positive and negative, where I kind of dive into a little bit of self-talk, you can go ahead and check that out. Now, we are sometimes prone to catastrophic thoughts. So like, I feel stupid, oh me fool so, and sometimes we do it not really meaning ill intention, but we do, right? It's unhelpful, and a good way to get ourselves from get ourselves onto the right track is to start thinking more positive. What can I do? Solution oriented, right? Next thing is to recalibrate. When things are going wrong, don't wallow in your sorrow. Don't wallow in, oh my God, oh Jesus, and get yourself down. Find somebody that's extremely funny. Find a video that you know will give you a laugh, and try to just recalibrate, try to rejuvenate and get yourself back on the right track. If you get a good laugh in, you will surprise yourself how you just switch and you are suddenly thinking more positive. So recalibrate. Go on the offense. So, and I'm linking this with mind mapping. So one thing that I find that works for me these days, when I am feeling anxious or feel like things not go good, or I'm feeling like, okay, I don't know what is going to happen and I don't want to mess up and all of that, I start a mind map. And my mind map is a negative mind map. So I think about pros and cons, and I mostly think of the cons. So what are the things that can go wrong? Now, if I do this, what will go wrong? And I do it mostly when I'm at work, and it helps me to think of possible failures, how I can combat those failures. If that failure happened, how am I going to react? So if I say, God forbid, if I leave the office door open, what's going to happen? What's the worst thing that can happen? Right? And it's all about desensitizing yourself. It's a process where we're desensitizing ourselves, because we're so afraid of failing. We tend to not think about the failures, but we think only of the success. Try to think of the failures sometimes. So when things happen, you're like, oh, me did think about that. This is what me I go do. Or, you know, the worst that can happen is I get fired. It's a sad situation. What's your plan B if you get fired? Right? You know, all of those things, you have to sometimes think about it. So if you mess up real bad, what are the worst things can happen? You get a write-up, your boss be mad at you, you probably lose some compensation, all of these things. You understand? So you start to go down the negative lane to kind of get your brain ease and to say, alright, so if this happens, what am I going to do? Finally, prioritization. Frustration. So we're gonna prioritize the frustration, and again I go back to my song, my hymn, my one of my favorite hymn, because it's not my only. Yeah, anyway, one of my favorite hymns, Day by Day and We Teach Passing Moments. And I don't remember the number right now, you know, in our Seventh-day Adventist hymnal, but I know the words. So day by day and with each passing moment, strength I will find to meet my trials there. Every day the Lord himself is near me with a special mercy for each hour, right? And I could go on and on and on. But in essence, what I'm saying here is that don't worry about tomorrow too much. God give you enough grace for today and enough strength for today. So whatever is happening, deal with it now. So we are prioritized. All right, what's most important to know? So if the house is burning down, why did I use that example? So if the coffee cup turn over, so if my cup turn over, or my tea cup turn over, and what's the most important thing? To grab the laptop and let everything else possible. The book can get wet, but what's most valuable here? You understand? Yeah. So that's where I'm heading. I really hope that this meant something and that it helps in some way, some shape, some form. Just remember that if you're having things not going in accordance to your plan, you have Jesus. And he is the ultimate one that can comfort you. And don't worry, because he saw this coming. Nothing will catch him by surprise. So just hang tight, think of the steps, think of what you can do, and trust him, and you'll be fine. Thank you for watching, and bye.